your mind is okay. Off your mind, what you sound like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the Maiyegun na wa mo la mo do. Maiyegun diary, hello there. Maiyegun na wa mo la mo do. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí. Maiyegun diary, lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun diary.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Maiyegun diary Politico.
This evening, all of us on this platform, we are supposed to be sitting with Tinubu, because in the camp of Tinubu right now, Osinbajo is a betrayer. Remember that cap they made for me from Nigeria, the one I rejected from wearing? I think we should be sitting with Tinubu tonight.
Ani esunraki.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki.
Maiyegun ti dé.
You know, share the broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. This evening, I am imploring you to please invite the Buharidins, the Buhari Didiris, the Buhari Dinotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungoziaris, the Unnekaharis, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the humbled slaves. Tag their uncles and aunties abroad. The Abroadian premium Buhari idiots, the Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers. If you have enough time on your plate, please tag all of them who are also the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the social media bandits, the Facebook adsmen. Tell them that what they said would never happen, don't happen. And we are going to be sitting down with Tinubu because he can't really stand. Share the broadcast. Without wasting much of your time, my friends, the brethren, on the temple of truth tonight, it is no longer breaking news. After months of denial, after the hide and seek game, after the desperation that they pushed Tinubu to take in January by rushing down to Old Rock, the old people's home, to inform the oldest tenant there, Boko Haram, all those desperation, all of the effort to ensure that every little foothold that Tinubu was trying to build here and there, posturing himself towards 2023, that everything is completely neutralized. Because Osinbajo Ikene Shatabandu faked Pastor Ruga, the special advisor to Boko Haram on burial arrangement and condolences visits. He was going to run. It's part of the game. Tinubu will not be president. Osinbajo fake Pastor Ruga will not be president. But we are going to address the audacity, the denial, the lies that Osinbajo represents. And the reason why, as we demystified Tinubu's den of thieves called Bodilon politics, progressives politics, the politics of shop, I shop, rub my back, I rub your back, rig and rob the people, and then present yourselves as the messiahs. Progressives politics. All of that, we've done that on Tinubu already. Tinubu is finished. It is just a matter of weeks now. Many of you are going to come back here and agree that Tinubu is what? Is completely finished. The last resort is going to always have, which is also going to be taken away, is Lagos. He kind of knows how to use Lagos to negotiate when the box and the heat is coming from everywhere. But what is he going to use to negotiate when the heat is coming from within? That is the showdown that I am going to advise all of you to pay attention to ordinarily on social media. When you see the Ruga pastor, the Rugarians, that is the name we are going to give to the Osinbajo's Vuvuzelas. The Rugarians, or being that the Rugarians. In the background, They said Tinubu is old, weak, demented, and wait for it to, and selfish. For daring to even come out. But on social media, the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alumajiris, the humbled slaves, obedient fools, and sophisticated morons, they are seeing Osinbajo. They are now seeing the Rugarians as betrayers. While the Rugarians are seeing the Lagos Abobakus as slaves to Atole. Now, this is within. To them, it can be handled. That was before now. The new thing they are now creating, the impression they are now creating, before they start this impression. So when we said that Pastor Ruga was going to contest against Tinubu, they said it's impossible in public. But in private, then they drag themselves for blocos. They drag all of them blocos everywhere. Everybody scream. Believing that Osinbajo will never declare. That's going to be an insult. The rumor came as far back as July 2021. And it became real in December 2021. So Tinubu, who was initially planning an elaborate declaration, Tinubu had to shorten it, brought it forward, and rushed down into Old Rock to say, Buhari, remember our agreement. After you, now me, what is going on? I'm going to contest. I'm very healthy now. Remember the last time we met in London? Now the same doctor where they treat you, they treat me. Now the same, you know what I mean? So they had to force a kingmaker, the Bandit, to go to Old Rock to go and declare, sitting down like a lost, old, demented great-grandfather. It was because of Osinbajo. Few days after that, Osinbajo flew down to Lagos. They said they wanted to dispel rumor. Now, last night, Osinbajo invited all the 12 APC governors to tell them he was going to contest for president. And he has already received the blessing of Buhari. When Tinubu went to Buhari, he gave him his blessing. Osinbajo went to him, he gave him his blessing. But Osinbajo took it a little bit further. First, he briefed Buhari. Second, he briefed Pastor Adeboye of Redeemed Church. And third, he decided to brief the governors. So when the invitation went out, Sanwo-Iku in Lagos received the invitation. It was meant to be a coded invitation to Abuja, where Osinbajo will present himself and all that. And nobody should know about it, so that the following day, Osinbajo will declare. It was Sanwo-Iku who quickly alerted Bandit Tinubu about the meeting. And Tinubu moved immediately to beat Osinbajo to that. But sadly, the governors went to see Osinbajo last night. And this morning, after he's already prepared his recorded message, he decided to tell all of you that he and Buhari, they have done so well. They say Osinbajo no get base. They said he won't be able to win 50 votes in the delegates. Some of you are sleeping on it. You have no idea what they have turned your Nigeria into. if time permits me, I may take a bit of a dive into that. But let's continue. There is not going to be any primary election in APC. There is never going to be any delegates choosing or fighting or voting for this and that in APC. They are going to use consensus. The same thing they did during their own convention. They've already sent the circular to Tinubu. As you are watching this video, Tinubu knows that his presidential ambition for 2023 is already dead. It is just like a battery. From 100%, he is only clinging on to something around 30%, which is still substantial to last him for the next few weeks. Then he will run out of that battery. And all of you will now come to that time. You begin to talk about those who betrayed him. They did not betray him. He betrayed Yoruba land. And he used foot soldiers like Yemi Osinbajo to betray Yoruba land. Under the APC, Yoruba people became poorer. Yoruba land became further underdeveloped. Yes. And to worsen it, Yoruba land became more unsafe under them. So they failed Yoruba people. Do not. Because you're going to say that in the next few weeks. How people betrayed him. Nobody betrayed him. He betrayed Yoruba land. So Osinbajo, you said he didn't have any base. Some of you are not that smart, by the way. So what the camp of Tinubu are now saying to console themselves, wait for it too. After Osinbajo declared, they are now saying, Tinubu is a master strategist. Wait for it too. Master strategist. Maybe he's not even contesting for president. Maybe he is actually trying to stop others from contesting so that Osinbajo will now come and contest. And Tinubu will now withdraw for him. That is from the camps of the Rugarians, the camps of Pastor Ruga, the camp of Pastor Ruga. To the camp of Tinubu, they believe that Pastor Ruga, in public, that's what they tell themselves. In public, they say Pastor Ruga is only contesting so as to create enough chance for Tinubu. When they get close to the primaries, Pastor Ruga will just withdraw and he will just give Tinubu his delegates and Tinubu will just win. All of this just to make themselves feel good. How many of you remember when I told you that it is not what you and I are saying? It is not what we are doing, the sensitization and the rest of that. It is not that will stop or destroy Tinubu politically. That will be the later thing. That he will believe that I will fall back on my people, they will save me. Then by the time he's falling down from that his political selfish arrangement, is just going to land on the floor, scatter, worse than you can imagine. That is what we are doing. It is not what we are saying, It is not Maiyegun. Maiyegun, why are you always opposing Tinubu? Why are you not supporting this? No, whether I support them or I oppose them, that's not what we destroy them. They will destroy themselves. Do you understand? They will destroy themselves. It is going to be the aftermath of when they destroy themselves that we must make sure that they never use us. They never use Yoruba land. They never use Yoruba name. They never use Yoruba people to get back on their feet again. That is our own job. But to destroy themselves, they will destroy themselves. How they will destroy themselves is the picture you already have on your screen. So the Tinubu, Lagos, Abobaku, they are consoling themselves that Osinbajo will step down. They have no idea. But you see, within themselves, Baba, not tear down. Meanwhile, Osinbajo, that they just want to make sure that he is a perfect person to use in cutting Tinubu to sizes completely and get rid of the man. And then they can deal with the rest of all of those political imagery from Yoruba land. Do you understand? There is a tape. And don't be surprised. In the next coming days, in the next coming weeks, you may come across a tape where Pastor Ruga was talking to some people about becoming the next president when Buhari dies. so that when they confirm that Buhari is dead, yeah, how he's going to change and sack some people who don't respect him in Buhari's government, that they don't respect him. They don't, every time he's there, it's just like an houseboy. He was saying that he didn't know that they were recording him. And he said, once Buhari is dead, that was the time Buhari was in London, and Pastor Ruga was the acting president in Nigeria. So in the next few days, if Maiyegun just say, oh, the tape don't land, are you with me? Make all of them just gather. Say, oh yeah, Maiyegun, where the tape? Play him. They say Pastor Ruga was talking when he was acting president with some trusted aides, just like normal chats, talking about the government, talking about the country. So Pastor Ruga was now complaining that people don't respect him, that Buhari's ministers, they don't respect him. Nobody even the National Assembly, they don't see him as anything. That look at it now. If the president doesn't survive this sickness, if Buhari dies now, he is going to be the president. So when he becomes the president, won't they all come to him now? So they recorded him, and the tape is with Malamu. In the next few days, few weeks or months, then go play him. All of us go hear him. But before then, now so all of us wake up this morning, where Pastor Ruga just woke us up with lies when he said he wants to succeed Boko Haram in order to build on the legacy of Boko Haram. Legacy of Boko Haram. Hear him.
Dear Nigerians, for the past 7 years, I have served as Vice President under a true Nigerian patriot, a servant of the nation in war and peace, and a man of integrity, President Muhammadu Buhari. We have, together, worked through some of the most difficult times in the history of our nation. But we have remained focused on securing the country, on providing infrastructure, and growing our economy. As stipulated by the Nigerian Constitution, our tenure will end next year. In this period of 7 years, I have served the government in several capacities, and I have, at the direction of Mr. President, represented our country in sensitive, high-level international engagements. I've been to practically all local governments in Nigeria. I've been in markets, in factories, in schools, and farms. I've been in agricultural, mining, and oil-producing communities, in the Delta, in Kebbi, in Enugu, in Borno, in Rivers, in Plateau and Ondo, and in all other states of the Federation, listening to the diverse experiences and yearnings of our people. I've visited our gallant troops in the Northeast and our brothers and sisters in the IDP camps. I've felt the pain and anguish of victims in violent conflicts, terrorist attacks, flooding, fire, and other disasters. I've been in the homes of many ordinary Nigerians in various parts of the country. I have sat with our techpreneurs in Lagos, Edo, and Kaduna, with our Nollywood and Kannywood actors, with our musicians from Lagos, Onitsha, and Kano, and I've spoken to small and large businesses. I stood where they stood, and I sat where they sat. I know their hopes and aspirations, and their...
Osinbajo is talking like he is not the current vice president of Nigeria. I've been everywhere. I know their issue. I know this. We are going to break all of that down. So I made them no rush you. Because some of you, one person not they speak, pray. They catch feelings. And some of you are already lying to yourselves. He's just a vice president now, Maiyegun. Maiyegun, let's tell ourselves the truth now. He's just a vice president. He cannot really do anything. Is that what you are telling yourselves? Because that's what some of you are telling yourselves. That's it. But that is not true. You see, these rogues, they said Boko Haram was going to undo security. Pastor Ruga was going to undo the economy. So which means the economy affects you, security affects you, division of labor. Let us check on Pastor Ruga, Ikene Shatabandu, Agbowori Baba Oja. Nigeria received Nigeria received over $70 billion. No, let's put it this way. Pre-2015, foreign direct investment into Nigeria was put at somewhere over $200 billion. Nigeria wasn't rich, but your poor or poverty wasn't this bad. You can all testify to that. Because you could still find a job and your economy wasn't so shrunk like you have it right now. So what happened? Boko Haram happened. Pastor Ruga happened. Pastor Ruga decided and they made him the chairman of the economic team. The team to put together policies, economic policies, ideas, finance and fundings for this and that to create jobs and all of that. Pastor Ruga was in charge. Let me save you the breath of that. In 7 years, more than 70 million Nigerians became jobless. From a paltry figure of, well, it's not paltry anyway, 13.5 million in 2015. After 7 years, Pastor Ruga as the chairman of the Economic Council of Nigeria. People lost their jobs. 70% of Nigerian businesses shut down. Unemployment skyrocketed. I mean, that is under them. They blame everyone but themselves. Then Nigeria dipped into indebtedness. Nigeria naira crashed. Inflation jumped from 6% to 27% in 7 years. Nigeria debt jumped from 13.5 trillion. What am I even saying? From 13 trillion to what they have now told us as 45 trillion naira gbese. As the leader of the economic team, it was Pastor Ruga, fake Pastor Ruga, who also told us about the bunkering, the stealing of Nigeria crude oil by the PDP. And they gave a figure, by the way, for some of you who don't remember. They gave a figure. They said that Nigeria was losing more than 40% of our crude oil to thieves who steal them. But in 7 years, under these bewilly criminals, Nigeria crude oil, they are now saying that Nigeria is losing over 80% of our crude oil. Some said over 90%. Because Nigeria and Nigeria politicians have managed to use your money to build their own refineries in Niger Republic. Since morning, the more refineries have been built in Niger, they will need more crude oil to service those refineries. Nigeria crude oil is a free-for-all, where Osinbajo, Ikene Shatabandu, is the leader of the community, is the leader of the Economic Council. I remember vividly when Pastor Ruga also visited the Niger Delta and he told the people of Ogoni land, oh, Bere Ogoni, Bere Ogoni. The people of Ogoni land, Osinbajo came to you and he told you that they were going to do the, what did they call them? The cleaning of the oil spillage in Niger Delta. which has rendered the environment in Niger Delta completely eco-unfriendly. Natural habitats, especially natural habitats in those communities, are all gone because of oil spillage, gas flaring, and all that. Fake Pastor Ruga said to the people of Ogoni and all the Niger Delta, he told them that the Boko Haram government has approved $2 billion for the cleaning of Ogoni land. That was 5 years ago. There is no cleaning. When 2019 election was coming, they decided to put tractors, diggers, and all of them in a place, and they took pictures where they said they are excavating the land. And that was the cleaning. That was the last picture we saw. Fake Pastor Ruga was at the front of that. Now, when the poverty started biting, people started losing their jobs. The economy of Nigeria crashed. Recession 1, recession 2, collapse of national grid, and many other things that caused economic destruction. Pastor Ruga said they needed to lift 100 million people out of poverty. How are you going to lift them out of poverty? Trader money, market money, and all those money that Pastor Ruga, all those Ponzi schemes Pastor Ruga created in order to give the Nigerians another false hope. Being the chairman of the Economic Council, I mean, that was so much easier. Let us give the poor Nigerians 5,000 naira and 10,000 naira. Should I make it easier for you? Some of you who are not spending naira. Put it this way. Joe Biden wants to lift 100 million Americans out of poverty. And the way to do it is for, what is the name of this Joe Biden's deputy again? Remind me when you get that. So they say, okay, to lift 100 million Americans out of poverty, let us give them $20 so that we can lift 100 million Americans out of poverty. God bless you, Jare. Kamala Harris. Is it Kamala or Kamala? She's Kamala. Sorry. I apologize to the women folk, by the way. It's just that I'm saying all of these things just offhand as they come. Just pardon me. So Kamala Harris is helping Joe Biden to lift 100 million Americans out of poverty. Let us start giving them $20. Wow, God will bless Joe Biden. God will bless Kamala. Kamala is a mother. Oh, man. What a wonderful. That is exactly what the Abrodian Buhari idiots, the Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, and the Mumu lecturers. That is the legacy that Osinbajo is going to build on. Believe me. Do you get that now? That is the whole working. How to lift Nigerians, they dipped in poverty. How to lift them out of that poverty, give them $20 or give them 12 pounds to 100 million, I mean, to 10 million British, or to 10 million Britons. Yeah. And then, yay, Boris Johnson is celebrating. They say, yeah, you do them now if it's easy. And then you see the real people, the army of the poor people they have created. They will say, wait in your bad do. Osinbajo still try. Do you know what 5,000 can do for some people today? Do you know how much? Do you know some people never see 5,000 in their life? Say, Ọlọ́run ní fire fún Osinbajo àti Buhari o àti Tinubu àti gbogbo Ọlọ́run ní fire fún wọn. Tẹ́ bá mọ damages tí wọ́n ti fi poverty cause yẹn. Osinbajo continue because their job is to lie.
Creating a tech economy that will provide jobs for millions of young Nigerians. Enhancing our social investment program to a full-scale social welfare program, completing the promise of lifting 100 million Nigerians out of poverty within this decade, completing the task of ensuring that all Nigerians, male and female, attend school, reforming our educational system for relevance to the challenges of this century, completing the task of universal health coverage for all, and strengthening the capacity of states and local governments to deliver on their respective mandates. Above all, front and center of our efforts will be the provision of jobs and opportunities for our young people. I now most solemnly and respectfully seek the support of fellow Nigerians everywhere in this land and the diaspora, young and old, male and female, in the great and exciting journey that we have ahead of us. I seek your own support. We will, working together, establish by the grace of God the Nigeria of our dreams in a few short years. We will build on the foundation laid by our predecessors. We will need to move with much speed, intentionality, and perseverance towards the vision of a prosperous, stable, and secure nation. I'm convinced beyond doubt that we have the creativity, the courage, the talent, and the resources to be the foremost black nation on earth. Let us now birth the expectations of greatness conceived generations before us. Let us build a Nigeria where the man from Newi sees the man in Guzo as his brother, where the woman in Warri sees the woman in Jalingo as her sister, where the love of our nation burns alike in the hearts of boys and girls from Boko to Yenagoa, where everywhere in this land is home for everyone.
I don't know. I'm just laughing listening to that. I don't know if some of you are just angry. Don't worry. You are still going to get angry. Now, gradual. I want us to be going gradual. The audacity to be lying, and he's supposed to be a pastor, talking about getting our children back in school. In 2015, when these rogues came in, the record showed that over 10 million children were out of school children. And the government that they took over from was building Almajiri schools to get those children off streets from begging. These criminals came in. Instead of them building on that, today, the number of out-of-school children in Nigeria has not only doubled, it has now nearly tripled, because over 25 million children who are supposed to be in school are on the streets of Nigeria right now, begging. Some of them are being recruited up north into terrorism. Young children are being recruited into terrorism in the north because they are not in school. And all thanks to this Pastor Ruga. He says something about creating jobs. He says something about building universal health coverage. Pastor Ruga. Deberu Ọlọ́run. Takula. Pastor Ruga, takula. Deberu Ọlọ́run. Universal health coverage for who? If you are watching me from Nigeria, do you have universal health coverage from Pastor Ruga and Boko Haram? That you can walk to any healthcare or any health center and get treated for any kind of what have you. Can you? That's not true. And he said they want to build on that. Something that doesn't exist. And they can't give you this Barack Obama vibes. The women from Boko can see the women from Edo. The women from Aja can see women from Abakaliki. The women from... Baba, calm down. Which one be this Obama vibe? With Boko Haram's... what do they call her? Picture. Baba, calm down. Now, boo-boo. Now, so they boo-boo you. in 2015. They give you all these fraudulent vibes that can never be compared. But that's what they do. We have everything figured. I start with the poor people. I love poor people. I care for poor people. That is why I make their population grow, so that we can have the population of more and more poor people. Because I love poor people, man. I don't like rich people. Vote for me. I love you. Okay? So we need to grow your number, all right? We need to get more and more and more people to get into the poverty so that we can have more people. I love you. That's what the pastor is saying. And it is the audacity. It is the insult. They said they will create jobs, 3 million jobs every year. Do you know that if they have been creating that jobs every year, by now, they would have created 21 million jobs. And on the other hand, the effect of the multiplier effect of that is that that could possibly have even created an extra 21 million jobs. You know, instead of having over, over 45% of Nigerians jobless today. You have less people jobless all over the world. I mean, you know. But because Pastor Ruga and gang, Emefiole, Rotifmi, Amechi, and the rest of all those rogues, they love poor people, so they make money from the poor people. Do you want to be loved by Pastor Ruga? Because it's about poverty and fraud. He didn't stop there. Here is the concluding part where he continued the lie.
And I sat where they sat. I know their hopes and aspirations and their fears. And I believe that in those hopes and aspirations are the seeds for the great Nigeria that we all desire. I believe that the very reason why the Almighty God gave me these experiences, these insights, and these opportunities is that they must be put to the use of our country and its great peoples. Which is why I am today, with utmost humility, formally declaring my intention to run for the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on the platform of our great party, the All Progressives Congress. If by the grace of God and the will of the people, I am given the opportunity, then I believe that first we must complete what we have started. Radically transforming our security and intelligence architecture, completing the reform of our justice system, focusing on adequate remuneration and welfare of judicial personnel, and ensuring justice for all and the observance of the rule of law, rapidly advancing our infrastructure development, especially power, roads, railways, and broadband connectivity, providing an excellent environment for businesses to thrive, taking the agricultural revolution to the next level, especially mechanization and developing the farm-to-table value chain, making sure that the government, its agencies and regulators serve the business community, creating a tech economy that will provide jobs for millions of young Nigerians, enhancing our social investment program to a full-scale social welfare program, completing the promise of lifting 100 million Nigerians out of poverty within this decade, completing the task of ensuring that all Nigerians, male and female, attend school, reforming our educational system for relevance to the challenges of this century.
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
We know them, so don't let anybody blackmail you into anything at all. He's talking about what he's going to do. All those things he mentioned. Why are they not doing it now? Why are they not providing for the military? Why are they not doing all of that now? Why are they not, a lot of questions, Abi. don't worry. Even Tinubu don't disown him. Tinubu said, I don't get any son with the contest against me. Because after the governors met with him last night, the governors went to Lagos today to go and see Tinubu. And somebody just mistakenly asked, your son has declared. He said, I don't have any son. I don't have any son that is called declaring, my friend.
My mission is to seek collaboration, support, encouragement of my party, the APC, for my ambition and my mission to become the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Buhari.
Thank you.
Your son has just declared.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have no son grown enough to declare.
He has no son grown up enough to declare. So he disowned Osinbajo right away. Whatever anything or anybody want to say is not my son. No. I beg you. Not my son. Who cares? Shameless people. Cold-hearted people. You all remember the Dapchi and you all remember the Chibok girls in 2014. Now these guys like NFT, like Ferenom, they minted it so well that you would think it was Jonathan that kidnapped them. Dabi? Now look at them today. You won't believe that those they kidnapped on Kaduna, Abuja, railway, they are still with their captors. And their captors are saying, now only Buhari must answer them because now Buhari knows why they are doing what they are doing. Boko Haram, and these ones are jumping up and down, running. Everybody is running. Amechi is running. Emefiole is running. Now, Pastor Ruga is running. Who else? Okorocha is running. Devulu Maye is running. Who else again? In their camp, there, Abi. But Tinubu is crawling. Abina is peeing. Whatever it is. The people who they kidnap on Kaduna Abuja Expressway, they are still with their captors. Just in case if these rogues have completely forgotten, which I believe they have. And just before you listen to this, the reason why I always tell people is this, that may Nigeria not happen to you or happen to the people you know. And you see in this Nigeria that you have now, everybody know get breakfast. Now everybody go chop them. When you go chop them, now when we don't know. And if it be anywhere, that's why I said, don't mock anybody, don't laugh at them. Now that you are still alive, we'll find ourselves, gather together, beat them. And so we'll go do them. We'll go gather ourselves together, beat them. Do you understand that now? If not, look at this. People who are just minding their own business, possibly will believe that, well, you know, Nigeria can never break. They are with Boko Haram. I know they mock them, but like I told you, many of you, my friends, if you don't believe anything I tell you, if you decide to believe the lies that they have told you about Nigeria for so long, before you can then understand that you are just a victim in the waiting. If I tell you and you don't believe me, when you become a victim, I will use you as an example to others like you, the one Nigerians. If nothing is done, when you become a victim, I will use you as an example like this.
In my own case, I am a staff of INEC. I'm pleading with the government to please come to our assistance. Students, and I'm talking on behalf of the students. Government should please hear our cry and come to our aid. Thank you.
Which school are you from?
I'm a student of Kaduna State University.
What is your
And
name? What is your name?
I'm Azufa Lawrence John.
From which state?
Kaduna State.
Where are you studying?
I'm schooling in Kaduna State University.
Which course?
Agriculture.
The minister elect. Women.
I'm Gladys Brume, an ex-staff of Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria. What happened on Monday was needless if the government would have a listening ear and accede to what the populists are talking about.
Oh, my name is Adedeji. I was going to Kaduna for I-trip.
Mu ne fasinja da muka taso daga Abuja zuwa Kaduna ranar Litinin 28 ga watan uku shekara ta 2022 wanda akan hanyar mu ta zuwa Kaduna aka samu nasarar kama mu. Tun daga lokaci zuwa yanzu muka ɗi muka san irin halin da muke ciki. Akwai mata da ƙananan yara, akwai tsofi wanda yake ba su da lafiya, akwai mu karan kanmu wanda yake shekaru sun fara tafiya, muna cikin wani irin hali na ƙana kai. So don haka muna kira ga 'yan uwa da abokan arziki da kuma ita gwamnati da a dalilin da muka shiga wannan kunci na rayuwa da su wani abu na gaggawa don ganin cewa mun kai ga kiran lafiya. Assalamu alaikum.
Ƙarin bayanin da zan sha shi ne akwai ƙorafe da suke da shi, ya kamata gwamnati ta neme su, ta ji ƙorafinsu kuma ta samu ta warware musu al'amuran da suke damunsu.
Yes. It is sad. And guess what, That could be anyone. Did you know that? You see those people kidnapped and they put them in that condition. That video is not new. Video, like they didn't do it today. They didn't do it yesterday, but it was released yesterday. It was recorded a week ago. You could still see blood on the body of one of those victims, probably among those shot and dragged down there. Who knows? Maybe the person is now dead or not. From those who verified the video, it was not made on that day. It's been made for like about days ago. Now, that could be anybody. Trust me, it could be anybody. It could be you, it could be me, it could be in Kaduna, Abuja Expressway, it could be in Onitsha-Aba, Owerri Expressway, it could be, it could be anywhere. Lagos Ibadan Expressway, Benin or Expressway. You could be like that in that situation, life and death, and you will be abandoned. As we are talking right now, the families are now being contacted by the terrorists for ransom for their own loved ones. Nigeria has already forgotten about them. They are already talking about their 2023 until they will kidnap others too. Maybe another set of people will be massacred and others will be kidnapped in a large scale like that. Just like what happened in Abuja. That one is not so large scale, but it was also symbolic when the terrorists, they call bandits, when they went into Gwagwalada, whatever. Gwagwalada, when they went there, they killed the chairman of Macban chairman, Miyetti Allah chairman. They shot him. They shot 4 others there. And they kidnapped those they will kidnap. Gwagwalada is just outskirts of Abuja. They are not far from there. So anybody can be a victim at any point in time. Depends on your own. What reality are you living in? The reality that those who said Nigeria is gone, they don't know what they are talking about. Once you have an election, that is it sorted. No, it is not. The people are there. Some of them are going to be with their captors for months. It's already over a week. Do you know that? It's already over a week. And before you know it, it's going to be over a month. Then they will say they release some. And God knows what they will do with the women. Now, that is something that should normally trigger a whole country to react. When you see videos like that, you should automatically sack the criminals who have been giving excuses. And at the end of the day, they are telling you that they are doing their best. And they can do it again and again to you if you believe that they are doing their best. So you see why some of us don't believe them. Ayo, Olutu, thank you very much for your super sticker. Same goes to Omolokwe Jekomo, NGB. So thanks so much for your own super sticker as well. So business as usual for pastors, Pastor Ruga, CEZ, like Totu. Total mockery and milking of a yes system. Absolutely. It is actually the audacity for me. It is the audacity. He could stand up there and believe that he's done so well, that people love him, people do this. I mean, and then Boye and Boko Haram, I mean, he's not so involved in Boko Haram's calamity and the killings, including in Yoruba land. That is where we come in as Yorubas. That's where we come in. Nobody will drag us emotionally into their useless ambitions because none of them ever served the interest of the Yoruba people. And in this case, we will watch them destroy themselves, trust me, and we will pay no sympathy to them. And you should have that in your mind always. So thank you very much, Omolokwe, because those who believe that they could ride in the back of the tiger should always have it at the back of their minds that they are always going to end up in its belly. We called them elders in Yoruba land when they had the chance. They called the military out to kill young people. Fake Pastor Ruga came out and he said, oh, that happened. And that they regretted that people got killed at Lekki Toll Gate. 2 days later, Pastor Ruga and others, they doubled down. They said, where are the bodies? Where are the bodies? Pastor Ruga and gang, they decided to mock the young innocent people who stood up for NSAS protest. They mocked them in death. They denied them in death, only for the way to come out now and start talking about the youth. And some of these Olori Gbigbe, LAB youth, they are already fighting themselves to describe how much is so best for them. Although, njeki poverty pẹ̀lú portion ẹni kọ̀ọ̀kan nínú ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò mí báyìí lórí program yìí, poverty kò ní pẹ̀lú ìkan nínú àwọn bucket list yín lọ́dún yìí. Amen. May poverty not become one of your bucket lists this year. Amen to that. Remember that. Young people whose future have been already sold off and mortgaged off, they are already fighting themselves. How Pastor Ruga is not Boko Haram, how Boko Haram, and it's actually a deceitful word, right? They can't come out to say they have failed. So they decided to now start polishing it in a way that, what do you want him to do now? He's just a vice president. He's just a vice president. Kill you there. You know what I mean? So don't let those emotions actually get to you when they will say, think about this. Don't think about anything. Anybody, any one of them. Because last, they will cancel themselves, okay? They will cancel themselves. They will blame themselves. And once you get that, when they talk about Yodano, then you gather them, you bring them to the path of the righteousness, which is Yoruba nation. We'll get to that part. So don't become a victim before you believe the atrocities of these rogues, because those who once told us in northern Nigeria that Goodluck Egbere Jolantan was using his power to reduce the population of the north, now they are changing their story. Goodluck Egbere Jolantan in northern Nigeria right now, they are already pushing. They said if Buhari is to hand over, he should hand over to Goodluck Egbere Jolantan. Me Ogbawusa, but I get an idea of what they talk about. Ahmed, if you are watching, Ahmed, help me do interpretation. All of them will speak on this platform. Yusuf do interpretation. Listen to these people. They want Egbere Jolantan after Boko Haram. Last, at the com.
Ta ce matakin ya saba wa tsarin doka da zamantakewar demokradiyya. Ƙungiyoyin siyasa, haɗakar wato ƙungiyoyin siyasa masu kishin ƙasa don samar da shugabanci na gari sun gudanar da wani gangami da ke wato fafutukar neman dawowar tsohon shugaban ƙasa Goodluck Jonathan kan mulki. Ƙungiyar ta bayyana tsohon shugaban ƙasar a matsayin ɗan siyasa mai yi wa duk abin da Najeriya ke bukata a lokutan wahala irin wannan. Wata sanarwa da ya fitar ranar Lahadi a Kano, Dr. Mustapha Ahmadu, ɗaya daga cikin waɗanda suka haɗa taron, ya ce halin zaman lafiya da Jonathan ya yi da kuma yadda ya amince da shan kayi a hannun shugaban ƙasa Muhammadu Buhari abu ne da ya sa 'yan Najeriya da dama ke ƙaunarsa. Ƙungiyar ta yi fatan wato shugaba Buhari zai ɗauki magajinsa a matsayin wanda ya fi dacewa da ci gaba da ayyuka da ya bari. Ya ƙara cewar manufar matakin Jonathan na cusa ilimin ƙasashen yamma a cikin ilimin addinin Islama shine manufar kawo ƙarshen yaran da ba su zuwa makaranta a arewacin Najeriya. Tsohon shugaban ƙasar ya gina jami'an gwamnatin tarayya da dama a arewa, sannan kuma ya karfafa gwiwar manoma ta hanyar samar musu da taki da sauran kayayyakin aikin noma. Kungiyar ta kuma kara da cewar duk da cewar al'ummar yankin arewa maso gabas sun samu sauki sosai a ƙarƙashin shugaba Muhammadu Buhari, amma duk da haka ana sa ran shugaba Jonathan zai yi aiki kafada da magabacinsa domin inganta al'amuran tsaro a sauran sassan arewa na Najeriya domin ganin an samu ci gaba.
Shugaba, Jonathan, Shugaba, Buhari. What she's just saying there is that Jonathan tried for us. Jonathan built schools for our children. Jonathan created the jobs that some of our young people were able to find job. Jonathan built a hospital. Jonathan built this. Jonathan built that. So if Baba Buhari is going to hand over, he should hand over to Shugaban, Shugaban, Jonathan, whatever. Somebody will interpret. Don't worry. Read the comment. Read the comment. Somebody is interpreting there. Go and read. Just to tell you that everybody they run. Okay? Because if you take a little bit of a detour, and you decide that, okay, what else is going on? You go find this one too. This one is from the Yeye Bello in Kogi.
Auntie Beatrice, I don't miss you. We'll never see your brake lights again.
My sister, no vex.
I mean, you don't get any customer.
Including very objective elites are asking me to run for president in 2023.
Yeah, your belly is contesting for presidency.
Yeah, Bello.
Yes.
GYB, GYB is my short.
Yaya Bello 2022.
Yaya Bello for stronger economy. Yaya Bello bring time. I support Yaya Bello. Yaya Bello. GYB
Yaya Bello for a peaceful and safe Nigeria.
Yes, we support Yaya Bello.
Yaya Bello for youth inclusiveness.
Yaya Bello for united Nigeria.
And there you go, no say, boy, he done read. And Yeye Bello said he's going to. This is the guy who know the pay salary for Kogi. If you go to Kogi, oh man, some of the videos I can't really share them because they are like poorly recorded, but you just need to see the whole space and you'll be like, what the heck? People they here, people they Kogi, you know, see them. It's not too hard to get people to do all those things for you. It's not hard, trust me. And for the option, it says it's going to defeat Tinubu, everybody combined. Now, so people just say, well, oh yeah, dance more. Because Pastor Ruga believes that with the Obama touch and some little drumming and the little garnish of, grammar here and there, no, forget about Yeye Bello and Tinubu. It stands a better chance. Another one. You get that? Everything is down, everything is scatter. That is when we're like, that is that. It is no longer then say. Where did you hear that one from? Who told you that one? No be then say anymore. So every day now for you to they wait for breaking news, because they will begin to expose themselves, even though they want to pretend that they are fine. Everything is all right. But it's over. It is over. We told them that when they had a chance of speaking up for Yoruba, they chose to speak for themselves. And they were rewarded for it. They are never going to use Yoruba for leverage anymore. We are also breaking the chain of the tribal, religious manipulation that these guys always bank on. Yoruba land was under the siege. They killed young people in Lagos. And when the elders came, they lied. And now it's a payback time. We will take back Yoruba land. How we will do it, we'll tell them to watch us. It's over. We'll watch them destroy themselves, right? And then they will watch us displace them after that. Because when they had the chance last year, what did they do? They were licking the ass of Boko Haram like that. Look at them.
And the governors here concerned about the state of the nation, particularly the serious security challenges facing the country. All progressives Congress leaders in the Southwest met in Lagos on Sunday, May 24, 2021. The meeting was characterized by open and frank discussions of the difficulties now facing Nigeria. Based upon these deliberations, the following points of agreements were reached. The leaders commiserate with and condole the President and Commander-in-Chief, President Muhammadu Buhari, the military authorities, families of the Chief of Army Staff, and other officers who died, and indeed the entire nation over last Friday's tragic plane crash in Kaduna. We express our strong opposition to separatist agitation and hate speeches, while urging those indulging in such to desist forthwith. We renew our belief in the unity, stability, and sustainability of the country. We note with significant concern the security situation in the country. Terrorism and violent criminality threaten many areas, adversely affecting the lives and livelihoods of too many innocent and peace-loving Nigerians. While mindful of the resource and other constraints facing the nation, we urge the federal government to continue to make the necessary expenditures and allocate sufficient resources to enable the military and security agencies to tackle the difficult security challenges confronting us. For Nigeria to overcome these challenges, we must do so with unity of purpose and action. The desire for peace and the chance for a prosperous and just society is universal and transcends all regional, religious, or ethnic divisions. Sadly, many public figures have made statements that spark division and undermine the needed unity of purpose. We urge government at all levels, security agencies, and public leaders across the country to do everything possible to prevent tension so that we sustain the necessary unity to defeat these challenges to our national security. All responsible Nigerians must speak and act in a manner that strengthens our common cause against these common threats to our collective peace, justice, and development. We restate our abhorrence of violence as a means to achieve either political or economic power and influence. We strongly condemn violence of any form in any part of the country, regardless of ethnic or regional identity of the perpetrators of the violence or of the victims. Government must do all it can to protect potential victims and to assist those who have previously been victimized by terrorism or widespread banditry. We hold to the view that through federalism, where more power and resources are allocated to the states, will be an essential part in strengthening society and improving democratic governance so that we beat the present challenges, but also engender durable peace and security. Through federalism and the reallocation of resources and authority that comes with it will empower the states to solve localized issues before they spread and transform into national ones. In addition to mitigating political competition for control of the national government, greater federalism will empower grassroots economic development and political reforms that will stand as bulwarks against the terrorism and criminality now experienced in too many parts of the nation. A hallmark of the enhanced federalism will be the establishment of state police force. We endorse the position of the Southern governors taken at their May 11, 2021 summit in Asaba, Delta State, regarding ranching. We do so because such a decision will lessen tensions between farmers and herders, while also helping the long-term economic viability of both the farming and herding communities. We are mindful of the short-term dislocation this might cause, but are also mindful that this position is in the best interest of all parties concerned. We therefore recommend that the federal and state governments cooperate fully with each other to enact the necessary measures to encourage this more effective and modern method of cattle rearing so that.
So do you see why I call them Baboshi and Babofu? I'll tell you. If you don't understand why I call them Baboshi and Babofu. You see those people, before 2015, you will think nobody loved Yoruba land. Like those people, like they live all their life protecting Yoruba land, fighting for Yoruba people, not like robbing Yoruba people and stealing from them. No, pre-2014. They are so cowardice enough that they can't even mention the Fulani terrorists. They called it farmers' herders clashes. And they now said, this was last year, this was when the new chief of army staff, I forgot the guy's name now, is dead. Died in a plane crash in Kaduna, and the plane crash, that plane, suspected to have been shot down by terrorists in Kaduna. But they said it's a technical fault, so the guy died. Now, the same Kaduna, thousands of people are being killed there every month. All across Nigeria, Fulani terrorists are chasing people out of their homes, out of their farms, out of their lands, everywhere, killing them en masse in Yoruba land. So people now said they were going to defend themselves. That was when this Baboshi, Tinubu and gang, that's when they came together in order to come and give press statements. Now they were talking about the Yoruba governors who said they wanted to do ranching. That was since last year when they said they wanted to do Amotekun. Ranching for who? Build ranches for Fulani terrorists. Because in the book of Tinubu, in the books of Oshoba, in the books of Bisia Conde, those who are dying or getting kidnapped, they are being kidnapped and paying ransom to others. It is just others farmers clashes. This was just about I think it was about a few months after the attempt on killing Oloye Sunday Igboho. That was when they make those videos. Cowards. Cowards. And they say if you live long enough, those people you call your heroes, they will become your villains. And a year after that, they are about to serve Tinubu, Akonde, Oshoba, and the rest of them. They are about to serve them their breakfasts. I just wish that the breakfast could be one kind one. We go hot. We will come be like Ebele Chuku versus Bianca Slap. You know that kind one way we describe that time. I don't know if some of you even remember that. I actually got a better picture now of what really happened the day Bianca was Ebele Chuku Obiano. Let me show you.
Idiot. Hey! You are a bitch.
I wish somebody who could just do that to all those Baba. So you see, it is breakfast time for everybody. People like us, or Maiyegun's Diary Politico, we are like people who track events, who track them, predict them before they happen, so that when they happen, they look ordinary, but they are not ordinary if you actually remember what it takes to get to where we are going to get to. Because last, when Boko Haram is no longer in the picture, you go the year interview, you go the year bomb blast. When they finally figured it out that Tinubu is finished, completely finished, then you go to hear how Boko Haram disappointed them, how Boko Haram betrayed Yoruba when they start using that word. Just tell them, which Buhari betrayed Yoruba, abe Yahweh Risa. Ejema yen die pesin loju. And you lori bruko yin agba ya oni jekuje odun meje 7 years you kept quiet. You kept quiet on things that you would never keep quiet ordinarily if you are not on the table eating with them. If you are not feeding from all those appointments and all those contracts they are giving to you, yin agba ya agba oshi. Ada pesin loju baba de ba so nonsense and you baba oshi. You will say to them, when they said anything, you know, if you see, and because they will soon start crying. Because when majority of them, when they lost power in 2003, some of you know this story. Now, Tinubu, they feed some of them, Oshoba, Bisia Kodeo, those on wasted their life. Now, Tinubu, they feed them. That is when they now put them in the status of elders. Elder statement in Yoruba land. Alone elder statement ni weary. So they will soon start crying. All of them go they read headlines soon. Now then you go to see the signal. Say, if you like say what I going to talk, don't happen. No, it don't finish for these people. I read the statement from Akonde yesterday. I read the statement from Oshoba today. I read the statement from this person tomorrow. Now go they soon they read the statement from them. And when they are making those statements, when they anywhere we then drag Yoruba enter, anywhere they mention Yoruba, look at them. They are now talking. Last year, when APC Egbekegbe was on their 6th year in power, all those Baba, all those useless Baba, they were giving press statement talking about true federalism. The same thing they used to bobo the gullible Yorubas in 2014. What did Yoruba want? Yoruba wanted to be respected in Nigeria. Yoruba wanted the resource control. Yoruba wanted the restructuring. Yoruba wanted the state police. Yoruba wanted to do this and that. Now, 7 years after that, they are now saying Tinubu, Osinbajo, they are the ones who are going to bring through federalism. Don't let anybody use Yoruba. You are a Yoruba man, you are a Yoruba woman. Don't talk like that. Let us all come together. And come together. That's how you should answer them. When you go anywhere, anybody say, let us all come together. We are Yoruba. We are our own brother. We should keep ourselves, our brothers keep our brothers keep Do you understand that now? Once they mention them, you give it to them like that. What? Just say it that way. You feel good, honestly. Try it. I just did. If somebody tell me now that Maiyegun, listen, we understand all of these things. We are Yorubas. Let us embrace us. Embrace embrace yours. Above blue. She embrace very kill you. Embrace very pie down. Embrace kill you there. Just say it to them. Don't let anybody use Yoruba blackmail once these guys begin to bond themselves. You know, the saddest part is that they are going to agree with us. Unfortunately, they are going to agree with us. But they are going to agree with us because around that time, they are going to be on the loser side. When they begin to lose completely, they will now start sounding like us. Okay, welcome one. Because I need one. Do you understand? Let me take a moment and ask us to drop our offerings. Can you do that? Can you take a minute, right, to leave the chat room and then drop your offerings, which is like that video. We are over 2,000 again, but we only have about 600 of us generous enough to drop their own offerings by liking the broadcast. So would you do me the honor, brethren, when you take your tea, when you sip your tea, when you sip that brandy, when you sip whatever you are drinking, and if you are right there on your own cigar or any other thing that keeps you cool when you listen to Maiyegun, just take a moment, if you haven't, and like that video. So 2,000 people, 700 offering giver. I think we should always remind ourselves it is part of this chart on Maiyegun's diary every night. So again, my friends are also getting generous again tonight. I have dear Alaja Princess, thank you. I also have here Dukwe Adeniyi, my lady, thank you for your generosity. So yeah, I am thinking of opening the line as well. Look at your screen, it says 2021. Honestly, I wish I could take the picture. It says 2021, 2,021 people watching. That's quite a classic. So thank you. So take a moment and then drop your offering, like the video, and share it if you haven't. If you haven't subscribed on my channel, if this is your first time, second time, third time, or you've never really subscribed, but you've actually been watching Maiyegun, how about you subscribe as well? A moment to take you. So thank you, Maiyegun Okwaduroti. Thank you too for your own Aduroti ma Eshe Mudukwe. So let's take a moment then. There's somebody I've always wanted to send a message to. It's meant to be a cryptic message, which I should have sent a long time. And that person is one of the prominent members of Maiyegun's diary, Politico, especially on YouTube. Some of you have seen Just Reason in the comments all the time. And many of you remember when I came here to tell us about the son to this particular member of Maiyegun's diary, Politico, whose son went missing, weeks back. So I was told later that they later found the body, which ended up to be that's our own lovely brother, their own lovely son. So it was so hard for me to even talk about it when I heard the news. And then I've always wanted to say, to send our condolences to him. He's always on Maiyegun's diary, Politico. And a few days ago, I spotted him. He was here. He was commenting, contributing, and all that. And I felt like I should send this cryptic message to him and say, well, we are sending our condolences, and may God continue to give you the fortitude to bear that irreparable loss. And God bless you, sir. Thank you. So yeah, have you done it? Have you liked the broadcast? If you haven't, you should, okay? So don't let anybody blackmail us in any way because we know better. And after we know better, we decided that we're going to do better. So there's a lot we are pushing, and we're going to be pushing this week on our messages to tell our friends back all over the world to give their support to our own advocacy to say people should choose a referendum instead of election, and they should know the reason why they are going to be choosing that. When the likes of Pastor Ruga and gang are all there, displaying their way of fraud, deceit, manipulation, and all that, we should always serve as an alternative, as a sort of an alternative to our people. We have been doing that now for years. It is time to go public, fully public, on our people back home, or go offline, so to say. So like I told you, we're going to be going public on these messages starting from this week. And if you come across any of them on your streets in Lagos, in Nakuru, in Ibadan, Oshogbo, or even in Abeokuta, just remember that you heard it first on Maiyegun's Diary Politico. So I'm going to open the line just to take a few calls, maybe for half an hour, hear from you, and then we will call it a night. Remember to call in. It's going to be on your screen. Well, it is on your screen, scrolling right there under that super chat. And that is a WhatsApp number, Maiyegun's Diary Politico Studio. I have my first caller. Hello there. Hello there.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Okay. Thank you for the good work you are doing. Well, it's not a surprise to me. I've known this for a very long time. I've discussed it on the clubhouse. But what is baffling me is that most of the suffering Nigerians, they are yet to understand that their life doesn't worth anything to these people. How can this man with all his professor telling us that they will start from where the predecessors left the country? Is that a talk where people cannot afford to feed their family? Girls are on the runs, boys are on the runs, no future. People at the age of 40, 45 years are yet to marry, and at their own time, they build houses, and yet they are there speaking grammar. I don't know where. Me, I've resigned on Nigeria already. My own hope is that from now to the next 8 years, maybe the sufferingness will get to a stage, at least people will come out then, maybe a revolution or something will come up and everybody will run away. All those people, then we will take the country into our hands. I think that should be the solution. I'm waiting for that to happen because I can't see any good thing from these people. They
somebody said, even though that they don't believe in Nigeria and all that, that for the first time, there is no clear idea who is going to be their next president in Nigeria. Nobody can sit down and say, this is what will happen anymore. That's how complex it has become.
Oh, definitely. Because the Fulanis are not ready to give power to anybody. They are just doing a bobo. That is why they are doing all those confessors. Because they know already their own agreement. But the Fulanis are not ready. Now the Fulanis are now killing people. They are now going to Abuja everywhere, killing people. They say they are kidnappers. Just to camouflage. And this Osinbajo becoming president now, he cannot step on toes. He cannot. He's another Jonathan in power.
God bless you.
So what are we now saying? So it's so unfortunate that most of our Yoruba people are not bold enough to let us gather and say, okay, we want to gather 1,000, 2,000 and go to Nigeria or Yoruba land and go and block everywhere. We start this thing because it's so annoying. But I think
like you said as well, it's going to be gradual. Yeah. We'll get there, and we just don't hope that it will take 8 years. You know what I mean? We want to get there as soon as possible, like 8 months, if possible.
Yeah, but when our people are too docile, if our people are too docile, we may take long time. Because our people are too docile.
I agree.
Yes, our people are too docile. You see, now election will come now. Okay, you said that Yoruba said we don't want Nigeria again. We want to stay at home. There will be some Yoruba that will still go and vote.
Of course.
So what are we now saying? And even though there are 1,000 that went to vote, they will count it. Look at Lagos. They say they have millions of people in Lagos. At the end of the day, only 7,000 people who vote. Or how many people vote? 3,000 to PDP. I can't even remember the figure. It's not even up to 1 million that vote in Lagos in every election. So what are we now saying? So when we say they should sit as some people will still vote for them. So and they will still continue to govern, and they'll be using police to be killing people.
That's right.
I don't even know.
Who get that?
I don't know when Nigeria will be so angry enough to say no. It's high time we come out. This suffering is getting too much. They are opening university here and there. Should say the way to go and open university. What are we saying? University, where people cannot afford to eat with 1,000 naira a day. So unfortunate.
Sadly, yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Let me take another one. Yeah, I've got.
If you can get the Baba Femi Ojoju video where he said for me to vote, Tinubu, he didn't use Tinubu's name, but it is indirect. Yeah. That he would rather go and do a farmer. That he wanted to support Osinbajo. The video is out there. I can even send it to you.
Okay, then maybe when you do, I'll check it out. Right. Thank you so much. Sir.
Okay.
Now, let me take another call. I've got another caller there. Hello there.
Hey, Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir, my time.
Good afternoon. How are you today?
I'm good. It's been a long time calling from the United States.
It's been a long time, I know. So, good to have you. And being the second caller, you probably will take it on from where the last caller stopped. So go for it, sir.
Okay. Basically, I don't want to even talk much because anything I want to say or I have to say, you've been saying things like Nostradamus of our time. Everything you say comes to pass. I could remember last year when I sent a message on the comment section letting you know that you are stepping into that big shoe. You're a great leader. And then I verified that again the last time back in Toye and the other
Professor
Baba came. Yeah, Professor Deniro. When I listened to what they said about you, and then Maiyegun, the spirit of our land will always give you the wisdom.
Amen to that.
And then keep on doing your good work. But I'm using this platform now to appeal to all the Yorubas to help in spreading the gospel of truth that is coming from you. And then we need more followers. Definitely, you don't know what you're doing, but I've been saying it. That crown is on your head to lead the people to the promised land. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. God has, placed an oil on your head to lead your people out of the bondage. It doesn't matter how long it will take, but I'm seeing it coming, and everybody's testifying. The fundraising you're doing, you have showed your integrity, your truthfulness, your honesty. That's what we need. And then the bridge you have been building across our brothers between the west and the eastern part has been so tremendously well.
Thank you, Lord.
Keep the good work going on. Don't relent, and may God continue to give you wisdom.
Amen to that. Thank you for those words, by the way. Thank you. You say them all the time, and they are as refreshing as every time you say them. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, man. So I will take another one, another caller on the line again. Hello there.
Baba.
Sir.
The one and the only Baba. This is.
I mean, sitting on the throne inside the temple of truth. When my brethren says Baba, I will answer in affirmative. Osita.
The truth is that you are more than a ballet. And believe me, people underestimate who you are. People underestimate who you are. Because if they realize that God has anointed you, people will learn how to believe you. You remember the first day I called into this program, I told you that formerly I used to not like Nnamdi Kanu, but you changed the narrative. You made me to see the reasons for who he is.
I mean, why you are supposed to be a Biafran, but you disagree with Nnamdi Kanu, and you told us, you said until you listen to Maiyegun, you began to see it from a different angle, and you knew better, and you did better.
And I knew better. So, what do I call you? I will say to me, you are like you are like a woofer that is built around to give a better sound to every music that is being played. Thank you for playing your music.
Thank you.
Thank you for being there. Thank you for not being one-sided. You made me. I was born and brought up in Lagos, but you made me to embrace even the Yoruba people the more than I used to.
Bless you.
You showed me that all life matters.
That's right.
Even the Fulanis that are doing whatever they do, you not come to condemn the total Fulani.
No.
And it's from you that I realized the reason Nnamdi Kanu never condemned Fulani people. The only thing he talked about, he said the Fulani Janjaweed.
Yes.
The Janjaweed
coming from the Sahel, coming to dominate and subjugate. It was very clear, but many people were not listening to him. They were just listening to his tone.
Yes. That tiny little portion that believes they are controlling the power in the north, trying to come to dominate every other person.
That's right.
That is the people he is talking about. You really showed me that human beings, in respect of our tongue,
yes,
in respect of our color,
yes,
in respect of our height,
yes,
in respect of our physique,
faith, religion, whoever you are human first.
In respect of religion, in respect of belief, custom and tradition.
Yes.
But you showed us that all life matters.
That's right, Osita.
I want to advise people that what you are doing here is like saving lives, getting people born again, getting people realize their destiny. It is not that you love what you are doing, but it is just what you have to do. It is not that you don't have the time to relax, but it's just that you took the pains of people on you. I pray that you never relent. I pray that you never give up.
Amen.
Because if you give up, a lot of people will be lost in the wilderness. That is just it.
Thank you.
Then you look, I was looking at the program of yesterday. When the crazy motherfucker said he is, I'm sorry that I'm using that word.
Go for it, Osita. We all get to have those sleeps once in a while. Yes, go on.
Yeah. That he is a pastor, a leader of congregation. I told you that I told you I will profile and I will continue to profile.
Yes.
I will say many things about him. I will spend the next 1 month talking about him each time I come on this program.
Yes.
That man, God never anointed him.
Of course not. He's a charlatan. There are many Yorubas who know that already, honestly.
Yes. God never sent him on any message. But there's something I want people to realize. I was looking at people who were jumping up in his church when he was lying to God. The Bible told us that the unforgiving sin is the sin against the Holy Spirit.
Blasphemy.
And who is the Holy Spirit? Yes. And who is the Holy Spirit? That is Jesus Christ. That is God. You sin against the Holy Spirit. You tell people that God told you that you are the 16th man. I do not know where God has told you that. I want people to realize one thing, that Jesus Christ came to this earth when the Roman Empire was in charge of the Jewish nation. There was no account in the Bible where Jesus Christ talked about the Roman Empire. what he did was he faced what God has sent him to do. God will never talk to you about politics because God has already said it is finished. Meaning he has given you charge, the authority to do some certain things. It's not everything that requires prayer.
Not everything, I believe.
The Bible says that wisdom profiteth to the rest.
That's right. That's right.
I do not know where he is getting it, and he stands in the congregation of men. If I was to be a member of his church, if he says that thing, I would stand up from that place and leave that particular place.
And do you know one thing, Osita? Do you know one thing? There will be people in that church who never felt comfortable that day was making that statement, but they dare not talk as usual.
They dare not talk.
But they would never be comfortable. They were just there like, oh, that's cringy.
Yeah. And you lied against God. So many of them have come that way. One was Pastor Chris Okoti. He did the same thing. Now this one too is doing the same nasty thing. Lying to people that it is only you that God speaks. Lying to people that you are the only one that has the ear of God.
But we know those are bobos anyway, like, except for the audience.
That's the reason I used to tell people that sometimes, because it's a merciful God, if it is, can you lie like that and say Ogun or Shango was the one that sent you that you didn't send?
You will think twice at least.
You will think twice. Thank you, my brother. Continue the good work.
God bless you, sir.
God bless.
You have a wonderful day, a wonderful night over there, okay? It's a pleasure hearing from you again, sir. Thank you. That's Osita there. Veterans on Maiyegun's diary, Politico, when we were still pretty much in the kitchen. People love to remind me of that all the time. Hello there.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm calling you.
I'm very well. Thanks for asking your name. And because you are live, everybody can hear you now.
Good. Absolutely. My name is Olomi Kazim. I'm calling from Dubai.
Sorry, please. Did you say Kazim? Oloni?
My name is Olomi Kazim, calling from Dubai.
Oh, Olomi Kazim. I'll pick Kazim then. Brother, please, go on.
Good, bro. Bro, I really appreciate your effort so far, honestly, on your program. I always feel so glad to see you display my screen, hear your voice. I mean, listen to your analysis on the whole Nigerian politics, especially. But you are doing a wonderful job, bro. You're always doing a wonderful job. I really appreciate you, bro. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless you so much, bro. I appreciate you so much because it's like you are trying to enlighten people. Bro, honestly, a lot of things is not normal in Nigeria. But I can tell you categorically that you are more or less a light to the people. It's like you're enlightening people. You are trying to change our orientation. You are trying to let us know you have to move from all the ideologies to imbibe the kind of a new ideologies. I give my point, which is to me, it's fucking the best way of dealing with this kind of these old fools. I mean, present themselves as our leader. All these analog people. I might get my point now. All these old cargoes turn themselves to this pastor, and we continue to worship them as if, and they are not useful for this generation. To be honest to you,
they are not.
To me, they're one of the parasites on this generation to survive.
They have always been.
To be honest to you. To be honest to you, it's a pity for this generation, for this youth of Nigeria nowadays, that we are still running after these people. We are still pushing them forward as if they are the best. They can't do it because they manufacture this problem for us,
and they cannot.
And they cannot suggest a way out for us.
No.
They will continue and continue and continue. I mean, to sink our future because. They are more like they are robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Absolutely, man.
I get my point. They can't do things perfectly. I get my point. The best thing for this generation to wake up and let's stand against these people and finish them out of the system. We have to fish them out of the system, rather, because they are not useful.
We have to detach ourselves first. Any emotional attachment,
absolutely.
We have to them, any kind of
absolutely, bro.
You need to first unlearn what you grew up to know about them. You need to take them away first. Then we'll begin to build a relationship that will eventually end them. Because we have to, or else they will end us.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, because. The amount is the amount not more or less that's kind of like a poisonous. The amount is a poison to us. They're poison to us. I don't lie to you. You know, bro, this is 21st century. We need the 21st century politicians to solve this kind of this problem created and manufactured and still continue to be nursing it to our mom. Come on, bro. It's like if we can't fish these people out of the system.
Said we have no choice. Baba, you don't get choice. Nothing where anybody feel do. I hate that word, Kazim. I hate it. When people say, when you look at Nigeria, true.
Not only you.
At Nigeria, it's like there's no option. There is nothing anymore. We are done for, right? Well, I hate that word. Let's create our own world where we say, okay, we are done for with Nigeria. We can have something better. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, bro. Let me bust a point so far. Has it been we are Yoruba nation? I said God made me. Tinubu won't come out. Tinubu won't come out. They know won't come out. It's not possible for him to come out. Come and declare extension because it has no quality. What has Tinubu done to Yoruba race? Tell me. The guy is a great betrayer I've ever seen in my life as a Yoruba person.
They betrayed us, but they are not saying it as that. They said they saved us. You saved us. We have the highest number of jobless young people who are graduates, no job. We have what do you call it? We have the most terrible infrastructure you can come across. We don't have lights. We don't have schools. We don't have hospitals. You saved us. We are poorer than we've ever been. Yorubas are poorer than we've ever been. How did you save us? How? What did you do for us?
They did not.
They did
not. Bro, they did. The only thing they did and they succeeded in about. Do you know?
Tell me.
Do you know what they did? They succeeded in manufacturing abject poverty for Nigeria, so that use that to take absolute control of our youth. Imagine.
I believe that too.
Well, after election, they will remove the money in circulation. But when immediate elections coming, they pump money to the society. I give my point. We see the youths, all you want, and bro, what do you expect people to do? Because a lot of people are living below $1 per day, and they just see like when they give them like 10,000, 5,000, it's like a bonus to them. The money they don't even expect. The money they don't even smell in a month. That is why you see some people still run after them.
I mean, they
can't blame them all.
Don't deny that. They are still going to continue to. That's why we say most of us should begin to take it as a message, as our own job, to remind our people the
absolutely, bro.
Of all this. Maybe 1 or 2, 3 people will begin to cut.
You are quite right. You are quite right. I can't lie to you, bro. This first time I call on this program, but I can tell you I've been watching your program for almost 3 years now. At a point, people used to call Maiyegun in my area because I don't have enough. Honestly, because I don't have enough program to watch on your TV on my TV that except your program. So necessarily because it's like I see you as my representative, but it's like I see you speaking my mind.
If Maiyegun never talk about that, I really appreciate. I don't believe it. Are you in that category? Like if Maiyegun never talk out, I don't believe. Are you in that category?
Absolutely, but absolutely.
Because even me, I'm addicted to Maiyegun's diary Politico, and trust me, I love it every
bro. Honestly, I like your energy. I like your energy. The way you talk, everything about you, action, everything. I like so much. God bless you, my brother. Have a blessed day. My regards to Agbeke.
Agbeke will hear from you, Baba. Nice one, eh? Nice one. Yeah. So that's Kazim from Dubai. I love that first-time callers is always golden. I love them. Hello there.
Good evening, Mr. Maiyegun.
Good evening, sir.
Abuja.
The lion, we carry gun. Oh, Baba, you revive me by title. Nice one. How are you tonight?
Fine, how's everything?
I'm here, surviving. And thanks to all of you who always make my night so beautiful. Always. So it's good to have you tonight.
I agree with so and I greet everybody where they watch us right now.
And they hear us all.
What thing I want to talk with you, all these old men, they not get picking, wife, family. We go feed the advisor and say what they can't show themselves on national TV. It's not proper. Because all these elder statesmen, they see what is bad and what is not right. Because of contract or one thing or the other way they will get
for their children.
That is why I know. And these so-called stupid men, then there are more people who go free school during Awolowo.
Sadly,
Then there are more people who go free school during Awolowo.
Which also includes scholarship abroad. Don't forget.
Yes. And now it reach me them do when they come the age of Awolowo. Make them do for the people where they come. Then they no go fit do. All those things make me sad. Also call all these pastors where they see vision. Why they know they see vision for better thing? Why be saying a vision saying one become president? You know see vision say things go do okay.
No,
or
like
things go be like this. Now vision to become president.
Exactly. Now see vision like say by the end of 2020, 2022, Nigeria go get, but those things have no make sense, Jerry. If you go get electricity for end of
it don't make sense.
You go start constructing now. Maybe you go start constructing. If you say something go happen, you go start time now. Now we go they see more today. Don't they look somehow? Tomorrow go better. If you look to Nigeria of today, what do they see for tomorrow? They say tomorrow no even day. Not to talk of say tomorrow no even look good. They say that tomorrow no day at all.
I will go follow you reach old age. You know go day young. Your eye no go to come out water.
That's what they talk about.
Ojú tó bá 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 ní kalẹ̀ kò ń ṣe àárọ̀ máa ṣe pé. Why be say na 2028, 2010, 2030 now we won't get electricity? Why no dey happen now for this kind of age time where we say people don't wise, people don't know what it takes to get this electricity? Then somebody want do okay now during the process where they do the railway to Niger, where they do.
Yeah.
Who are the contractors that work on that railway? For you to know, say they know what that they do. If na foreigner work on that track during that period, they no kidnap any foreigner.
They no kidnap them.
So now,
make I show you something, As you watch, so let me show you something on your screen. Let me see if I still have it. I'm not sure if I still do, but I really do hope I do. But unfortunately, I don't. I wanted to show you Kaduna, Abuja, where every time we train the Wakana Baba helicopter, they follow them. Then the joke be this, where if terrorists go attack the train, waiting helicopter won't do. It go come land, come fight terrorists. I mean, go run away.
Yeah. They go bomb the helicopter before they bomb the train.
The helicopter, they go first shoot. Oh, it pay me, say I don't get the video. I for show you. You go laugh right now. You go there, they laugh, say, Maiyegun, where you they get on this video? Helicopter, they follow train. Now security be that. Giant of Africa. I be ant of Africa.
God.
Now reality be
I said, another thing why they look again is that some people that are supposed to be helping this attitude of these politicians to get change, they are not doing it. For instance, the artists. They're going to ask movie, somebody kill person for ritual. Somebody do this. Somebody go village, go do medicine, collect somebody's wife. Now they're going to do. Instead of them to movie, we're going to channel the matter to show what all these people they do, say no, they okay. They will never do that.
You know, when
look at the Ukraine president, he was a comedian, and he had a movie to be a president, and the way he's going to do the government good, and that is how he become a politician, and he won an election.
You are talking about Desmond Idiot.
I'm talking about the Ukraine president.
Oh, it was a comedian. God bless you. Sorry. Every time I read
you. He was a comedian before.
Go on. Mm-hmm.
He was a comedian.
He was.
And he had a movie that he had as a president. Mm-hmm. You see? And that make him popular more for him to go to politics and become a president. Can you imagine? See our own people. He's a young guy. See our own people. People went since 1950 who are not calling independent. Would they sing for school say, we are the leader of tomorrow? Now lie. Now see this old man. When they since 1950. Now they still there up to now.
We complain about that all the time.
Tell me. Me, I'm just tired of this old man. If me I see grenade or anything where you kill these people, I don't mind though. I know. They say borrow down papaya, borrow down.
They borrow down propoye. Everybody don't propoye because that's the truth.
We don't even need these people for the matter. What is the bad for these people to rolling run the old elderly man professor where they carry this matter of Yoruba nation? When they rolling around the man, make everything work successfully. Why did they deviate the matter as if say the man they fight for only his own generation?
Tell me, Baba, you know, say if you look at what the Yoruba nation advocate, what do you call it, the advocacy, Yoruba nation advocacy, what they are asking for, you will realize that you will see it in the same textbook of Boko Haram, textbook of Tinubu and gang, the lies they sold to the Yorubas, restructuring, state police, resource control, constitutional amendments, and more power to local government. These were the lies that Tinubu and gang, they call themselves progressives in Yoruba land, they lied. Now, these are the things in the book of, what do you call it, the Ilana, which now supersede that, which says self-determination. We want a referendum, right? Why can't they do that, like you said?
They will never do it. That one now to now that one that what they did so now to bring people mind come vote. You see, now to bring a strategy to bring people mind come vote. You see all these Osinbajo want to become president, Tinubu want to become president, Amechi want to become president on the same umbrella. See, the politicians, they can never fight. Believe me, they can never fight. Whosoever enter, they go carry themselves along.
It's a win-win.
Because all of them know their self secret. So everybody would like to fashion, they will carry themselves along. No fight for politics.
Now the people.
Yes, now them, they the caucus, now them. They will never fight. If they see say they be like film now, by the time when somebody enter among them, they will still carry others along. They are the cabal.
So, Baba, thank you very much for tonight again.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I can go speak to another comrade. I've got another comrade on the line. Here we go. A brethren, I would say. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. Good evening to you.
Good evening. How are you? How's family?
I am very well. I mean, I'm surviving. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. We're fine. We're fine. Yeah. Maiyegun, for a starter, let me first give all these old men correct swear. I want my back in our
Amen.
Ikaniwon Baba.
And selfish too.
They are very hard.
Now.
Oh no, of course, that's why they are wicked. That's why Ikaniwon. They know exactly what is going on in Nigeria, and they keep lying to Nigerians because they put Nigerians in that stage, in that situation. These men are wicked. As he told Christian benefit party, you see, this is the reason why I know they go church again. I know they go church again.
Going to church does not make you a good person. It's the truth. Make we know they lie to each other. Make we know they lie for ourselves. Going to church. And you'll be very, very surprised, Baba. The kind of caliber of people you meet in church are more terrible than those who doesn't go to church.
We have evidence of that too. That's right.
And Baba, the people keep saying, I think I just did an analysis on my own, and I later figured out that we had our own problem. Like poverty for night poverty. Let me make the analysis for you, Baba. And I want everybody to pay attention. Before election, how many years do people or the population spend without these people pumping money into the economy or pumping into the money for them to squander? How many years? People spend 3 good years, over 3 good years, without the politicians bribing them. During those over 3 good years, what are they eating? How do they survive? Were they not surviving? Yeah. Then what changes within those small periods when the politician comes and give you Torokobo, give you 1,000? Why can't you just say,
you can't
politicians,
resist them
go to her with your money? Am I not making sense?
You are making a lot of sense because, I mean, they suffered for 3 years, only to wait for a few months or last year before the election and say, now they've made us poor. What do you want us to do? We are poor. That's how we collected the money. So what have you been eating for 3 years before that time?
Thank you,
It's
Baba.
a very crucial
because
question.
I just sat down. I was just thinking about this. Okay,
it makes sense.
We can't be saying this.
We can't be giving excuses on their behalf. Yeah. That's a valid point.
No, we can't be doing that. We can't be doing that. People have been surviving in that country for over 3 years now. I beg. No, they lie to each other. Yeah. They've been surviving. They've been doing something too. Why can't you, during that election, stay in your house and don't vote for these people?
So what do you have to lose?
And we have a long way to go.
What did they gain when they gave them the vote? What do you have to lose if you don't participate? It's a very straightforward question and answer.
Yeah, this is where I later realized that the way we've been playing politics in Nigeria is different from the way we're supposed to do it. Ideology matters. No, I keep saying this thing.
It does.
Baba, we get job to do. I do my little I do. In fact, I've sent the petition to so many people in Nigeria. I've done what I can do when it comes to monetary aspects so that I can encourage them as well. People need to be talked to in Nigeria. The markets where I'm telling you, people need to be talked to, as in treat them. Don't fight with them. Just explain to them. Tell them why this thing is not going to work for us, and why Yoruba Nation is going to work for us, why Biafra is going to work for us.
That's right.
We can't keep doing this, Papa. Beyond the time, they don't get our time. Look at Osinbajo. Look at what he's saying. This guy has been in the government for over 7 years. 7 years, for God's sake. He is the vice president.
And he's talking like somebody who is coming to help Nigeria, not like somebody who is there with them or contributed to all of this calamity. He's talking like he's coming to help you. And they're like, why don't you give those ideas to them now? Why don't you use those ideas now? And save people?
No,
it's too late.
Why even now?
No,
why did you use those ideas for those 7 years?
For Baba? 7 years.
Good 7 years. Good 7 years. No, and if you listen to all of them that have been talking about coming up, I want to become a person I'm running. None of these people have spoken about terrorism.
No. Do you know that some of them are still saying they are others farmers clashes, even in PDP? Do you know that? None of them is bold enough to say Fulani terrorists. Boko Haram terror, they no get delivered. Trust me, they don't get delivered.
Imagine.
So who is deceiving who?
Who is deceiving who? Why will you Nigerians keep going after people who doesn't care about you?
Yeah. Why do you care for those who don't care for you?
You keep going after people these people hate Nigerians. That's the truth. They don't care.
Obvious.
They don't care.
No.
Yeah. Imagine lying to people at that age. And look how much
respect Àgbàlagbà ni wọ́n, you know that. Baba Deni Àgbàlagbà ni wọ́n. Àwọn àgbàlagbà wà tá respect dáadáa kan respect.
Baba kí ni mo sọ́jọ́ ẹ̀ jọ́jọ́ àwọn bàbá wá sí orí ètò. Kí ni mo sọ? What did I say that day? I said àwọn bàbá they made me feel like there are some àgbàlagbà wey get sense. Ben, because people saw here now. That's what I said. said that because they made us realize that there's some elders that get sense, that still get sense. All these foolish ones. Grammar. I am a pageant.
Also Boko, Boko, Kaduna, where can you call women, market women in Ocean. She we any pastor, I mean professor, be pastor, ni kakwe. Say we okay.
Baba, see, you see all this rubbish. We are going to Baba, we get job to do.
No,
we are going to educate our people. We are going to educate. See, we have to make sure our people are skillful. Skilled. That's what we need in Africa. Skilled. Not all these
You know what somebody told me when I said we wanted to put all those messages out there this week? They said, Maiyegun chotori Ọlọ́run. Yorùbá la fẹ́ kó bá wa fi kọ́.
Baba.
So that ẹni tó ń kọjá lọ nínú jankoloba tójú ẹ̀ bá kọ̀ tiẹ̀ á kà.
Ìgò sí àbáka.
Yorùbá ló fi kọ́ ilé.
I was about to say that too.
And I agree that's what we're going to do. The first ones.
Has to come in our language.
Yeah, Yorùbá.
Baba,
enough
of all this.
Do re mi.
Maiyegun. Baba.
Watch out now. Don't worry.
Thank you, Maiyegun. In fact, you always give me that ginger all the time.
We need it. Give me that. You know one thing, I'm going to give all of us some beautiful ginger this week, starting from this weekend. Yeah. And many of you are going to be proud. Sunday.
Thank you, Maiyegun.
But we'll get to that part. Until it's matured, I won't say much on it. Thanks, Baba.
Yeah, no problem.
Now, let me take another one again. I have managed to get 1,000 of us to give their offerings, and we still have about 1,000 of us who haven't given their own offering. If you are listening to the phone calls, as you are dialing the number, just go out there and drop your offerings under the video. Like the video, share it, subscribe if you haven't, and then listen to my next caller. Hello, sir.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Hey, ó ti wá ṣe báyìí ní Nàìjíríà.
Ó ti ṣe bàbá rí Osinbajo ti rọjú pa lẹ́jú pa ó dájú everybody wọ́n ní betrayer ni a lot ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí o. I agree, sir. Ó
ti predict a few months ago pípọ́ máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí. Àtàrọ̀ mo kàn ń bú sẹ́yìn àti bí iṣẹ́ mo kàn rẹ́rìn-ín ni pé èṣù tó wá máa wọn lé ìbá ètò lọ.
Everybody má dẹ̀ ṣe kí ni kó má tẹ̀jẹ̀ sí wa lára torí pé kí ni àwa
kan láti wọ́n sí wọn
tó bá ń bára ẹ má ta ẹ̀jẹ̀ sí wa lára àwa kàn fẹ́ wòran ni o. So don't come back.
Ètò mi tẹ̀sí tó ṣe fíìmù yẹn ti pẹ́. Mo ti ń dúró de fíìmù yẹn ti pẹ́ pé kó ṣàṣẹlẹ̀ ṣáá ni.
Ó ti wà ní premier báyìí sá ó ń lọ sinimá láìpẹ́.
Ó ti wà premier o kó ní kálukú máa wòran ní báyìí.
So anybody má blame.
Maiyegun ṣogbọ́n ẹnìkan pè mí lé ní láti a friend of mine is a military guy. Ó ra yan fún mi náà ó ní Buhari ò fẹ́ gbéjọba fẹ́ ní bọ́ọ̀dì but tó fẹ́ hand over fáwọn military. Pé tó kí sọ pé tí bá ní family kejì tẹ̀ máa sọ fún ọkọ ló máa ra oúnjẹ sílẹ̀ ìpẹ́ ní ti kà á fún. Wọ́n ní stage tí wọ́n wà báyìí ní ìsìnkì ẹ̀kọ́ kékeré mọ́. Wọ́n ní gbogbo àwọn tó wá ń campaign pa àwọn fẹ́ president àwọn fẹ́ jẹ president kan ni wọ́n ní kí gbàgbá àwọn yẹn onítàtà onísúyà onílòmínà tó bá take time súyà náà máa fi wọ́n ṣe.
Onísúyà náà máa mú yẹn. Tí a gbọ́dọ̀ máa ja ẹnu a gbọ́dọ̀ wà ready ká wà prepared for real. Tẹ́ni military bá take over ní Nàìjíríà. Tí ẹni Hausa Fulani abẹ́ni kọ́kọ́ bá announce pé òun military president Nigeria Yorùbá máa announce pé a break up away straight away. And process of breaking away from Nigeria from any military announcement must be our priority, plan B. And it will not be done by the likes of Tinubu and gang after Tobati lose out. We will sacrifice them when we sacrifice Nigeria. So I hope people are listening to me. That's our plan. Any military fellow Nigeria, Yorùbá must be ready. To break away ni like
and as a
follow right away.
We'll never be part of it again. And as a what to do to Afghanistan money only kan tó wà lẹ́nu ó ní padà gbogbo àtọ́ wá declare àwọn oníwò kí máa wòran pé àwọn lè túyà náà máa fi ń ṣe túyà náà máa fẹ́ ṣe mo ní Tinubu lé níbi tó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ ó fẹ́ lè máa sún níbi tó wà. Mo ní
bàtà tí I don't have any son. I don't have any grandson to challenge me. Baba, ṣé ti bá ẹ.
Mo ló ti zẹ̀.
So kí wọ́n máa drag Yorùbá wọnú ẹ̀ because nígbà tí Yorùbá nídìí Tinubu ìṣe Tinubu gbèdè pọ́nlá fún Yorùbá. Now Tinubu wá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀dí èèyàn tó wò pé Yorùbá jẹ́ òun ní nǹkan kí la jẹ́ question yẹn.
Ìjọ́ tí mo tẹ̀ sí wò ó pé máa yóò kò ń ṣèyàn jọ́ ìgbà táwọn ọmọ tó pa ní Lẹ́kì yẹn tó sọ pé kí wọ́n wá ń bẹ̀. Mo ní
lẹ́nu ẹ̀.
Kí wọ́n wá ń bẹ̀ lẹ́nu ẹ̀. Àdìgbà mo ti wò pé ilé yóò ṣèyàn.
Ẹni tó bá mọ bó ṣe ṣèkó, tó bá mọ Èkó wọn máa ń pààyàn ní lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, tó bá ti oppose wọn máa pa ẹni. So
olùkọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́nu lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ní sí.
Gbogbo àwọn Ọ̀ṣínbàjò
olùkọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà wá pé ní ìdìbò náà tẹ̀sí pé náà. Èkó lè na àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá yẹn tuntun bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ìta ìjù náà pé bẹ̀. Lórí ti MC ọmọ tọ́nà fi ṣe kíní kan, wọ́n ti ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjà tí lọ́sí lára àwọn pẹ̀lú ọlọ́pàá náà yìnbọn fúnra lé nínà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
Nígbà tó fi former commissioner of police Èkó tó ń appoint ẹ̀ mọ́ the same committee TMC Olúẹran wà tó wọ́n fi wọ́n ṣe park managers. Ṣé nígbà tí criminal àti retired police commissioner tó wà ní the same board. Kí lẹ expect ṣé èèyàn ṣe joke ni ẹ wo people who don't know ṣe nígbà tí irú àwọn Tinubu ìbárí chance federal power ẹ máa wò pé Buhari sẹ́ǹtì ni ẹ̀yin tẹ́jẹ́ Yorùbá tẹ́tẹ́ láìkí wọn gan ṣèmí á mú ẹlòmíì pé yẹn ni pé Buhari tẹ̀
Tinubu máa ṣe ju Buhari lọ Tinubu máa ṣe ju.
Àwọn máa ń pààyàn ní assassination máa pa ẹni tó bá ti di pé ó jẹ́ big problem tó fẹ́ stop one big thing wọ́n máa ní kọ́ lọ pa ẹni wọ́n dẹ̀ ń blink. Buhari máa ju ẹsẹ̀ wọn ni àbí kó chase ẹ lọ sí exile àwọn eléyìí máa pa ẹni wọ́n ní kó pa ẹ straight like yọ kúrò nínú picture ẹ straight.
Wọ́n á tún mú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni wọ́n á mú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni yẹn wọ́n á ti jẹran rẹ̀.
Wọ́n á ti mú ẹ̀jẹ̀ gan wọ́n á mú ẹ̀jẹ̀ lórí pé àwọn ti pa àwọn ti rẹ́yìn ẹ̀ atlas more than Boko Haram àwọn yóò mọ̀ because Yorùbá ni wọ́n yóò progressive.
Ọ̀dọ́ mi ẹ láti pè mí lẹ́nu láti olóhùn kan tóun sọ fún mi pẹ̀tọ́dún mínísírì lòun àtijọ́ lọ school nígbà tó wá wà mínísírì.
Ayé ló ń gbọ́ wá.
Oníkẹ́bí bọ́ọ̀dì kọ́ yẹ tètè sọ fámìlì wọn kọ́ tètè máa rẹ oúnjẹ sílẹ̀ anything can happen at any time. So Maiyegun, please just continue to cook your good work jàre mi máa ń gbádùn ẹ.
Thank you, sir. Let me take another one. So a meeting come to the end of the conversation tonight because of our time. Agbeke want to go to bed, and I don't think I should keep her up any further. She's used to it, so don't feel bad. She's hearing me anyway. So I have somebody on the line. Hello there. Hello, sir. Are you still there? Okay. That's the problem. People who have been trying to get in, then they get connected, and then you know what happened? The network is not connecting them. Hello, are you there? Are you listening to me? Are you there? Oh, sorry, sir. I'll just go to the next person. So here we go. Hello, sir. Let's see.
Baba.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, this is Bola from Australia.
Oh, Bola, how are you tonight, Baba?
Yeah, good morning, brother.
Nice one.
How are you?
Well, I'm here. I'm fine.
Actually, we are in the morning. We are in the morning here, so
where are you calling from? Is that UAE as well?
No. I'm from Australia.
Australia plus, right? I got that now.
Yeah.
So Bola,
I just came back from work now, and I always want to visit your program.
Sorry.
Yeah, we are already on Tuesday now.
Sorry, go on.
On Tuesday.
You are already on Tuesday in Australia, early in the morning. So, Bola.
Yeah, Tuesday, 12. Yeah.
Go for it then. I'll let you speak, please. Go on.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
sir.
There was a collapse. Nǹkan tó yẹ kẹ́fíbọ̀dì kọ́kọ́ máa ṣe nìyẹn. Kọ́kọ́ ṣépè fún wọn, kọ́ ṣépè fún ọmọ wọn, kọ́ ṣépè fún ẹbí wọn. That is one. Ẹ̀kejì wa ni wípé ó tún wá kù kankan tá a tún máa ṣe ládùúrà. Tinubu àti Osinbajo wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ assassinate ara wọn.
Kíkọ́ cancel ìkan àbí kọ́kọ́ cancel àwọn méjèèjì fúnra wọn.
Kíkọ́ cancel
ìkan.
Ṣé wọn pàdé sọ̀rọ̀ náà tipẹ́tipẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀?
Wọ́n sọ pé Gàmbàrí pa fúnra ẹjọ́ ni tí àwọn Lagos abọ́bakú tí wọ́n bá kọlu àwọn Rugarians. Killers or no?
Rugarians.
They are actually like a bunch of nuisance anyway. So cancel ara wọn, no agree. Go on.
Go to Shawan Yenikon, go Shawan. It's about to go down in Nigeria this year. It's about to go down in Nigeria. Sherry, one is that Basha agitated on the command agitate. There was a caller to say we pay Buhari would like to be president for military, and which is that is how we came on Buhari now. Buhari ó clever ju gbogbo àwọn people yìí lọ. Ó clever ju wọn lọ. Kò lè gbéjọba fún wọn. And àwọn náà know àwọn náà mọ̀ wọ́n kàn take a risk ní pé ó yọ máa gbéjọba fún wọn. Kò lè gbéjọba fún àwọn náà mọ̀. Baba, in 5 minutes, I always like your program. I just came back from work now. Make sure we move for 2-3 hours.
God bless you, Bola. I mean, it's always worth it, especially if you are addicted like every one of us. So eventually, it's more than
worth it, bro.
Thanks, man.
You're doing an excellent job.
Thank you.
You're doing I can't compare. I can't. You know what? I only listen to your program because you are fearless. You're ready to talk to anyone, and which you are giving all the Nigerians courage to talk.
Yes. And I said, I am responsible for whatever I say or whatever I do. If anybody feels somehow, the court is there. Sue me.
We should just focus. If anyone doesn't like a program, they should just focus.
I mean, jump. They say jog on,
bro,
jog on.
Even tomorrow.
Thanks so much, Bola.
Because you always give me courage.
Of course, to prepare for everybody to kill a lot of shoe. We always have a lot to talk about. Use more. Events from here and there. I'll bring them together for all of you. Eventually, become a body of a story that you can say, I heard this, I heard that. Oh, in fact, I saw the video here and there. That's what makes Maiyegun's Diary Politico more interesting. All those stories come to one, a body of story that you can easily relate to what is happening or what will happen. Then help you to decide what you think you should do. And that's what we do on this program, Bola. And I'm glad I've got friends all over the place who are also on it.
Maiyegun. Last week, the program that you did, to make comment how I wish this program didn't finish, didn't end. I wish it could go like that till morning. I really enjoyed the program.
God bless you.
But thank you, brother. I will call tomorrow. I will listen to it tomorrow.
If you make it through, it will be a pleasure to speak to you again. Stay safe and enjoy the rest. I know how you feel like, Baba. Just get some shower. If you are at the time, we always have early breakfast, right? Eat light and just go for it. You will enjoy it after this. Go for it. Bola.
Thank you so much, Baba. At least you already make my day.
Bless you. Stay safe.
Okay, have a good night.
Nice one, Baba. So, I'm going to take my last call. And we will call it a night. I am so sorry to everyone who probably is not going to make it into the call or program tonight. There will always be another night where even whatever you want to say, then you can always say that to us on the program. My time is gone, and I'm speaking to my last caller now. Hello there.
Maiyegun General Politico Baba.
Yes, sir. Shaking Sean Uni.
Swale Baba.
Oh yeah.
Swale Baba.
Oh yeah.
Swale Baba.
Oh yeah.
You are now the temple of born again.
We have always been the brethren who cannot be deceived, manipulated, or blackmailed, and we are fearless too. Trust me.
Forever. Forever.
The temple
of truth. Baba, God bless you, bless your family, amen. Bless your generation,
and you too.
Forever. Amen. I beg, Baba.
Yeah.
This program where you say one start, put petrol and fire, let it start. This awareness. It is very, very, information is power. Let's infiltrate the mind of the masses.
Yes.
Let them know the rot that Tinubu, Osinbajo, Politico, and the rest of them have, even to Bosanjo, have brought Nigeria. You see, because some people, 90% of Nigerians that you are seeing there want them, but if you have honestly, they don't even know that what is that generation's law.
And sadly, what more implication there gone? Majority don't even know the implication of all those one yawo and so. Majority don't know.
The common man not even know that what is the generation we met have yawo. They don't even know. So please, we need this. We need this infiltration. Let people get to know what is happening. Text messages. You know, this is bulk SMS. Someone send that.
I mean,
in fact,
I told somebody,
I know what to do.
Yeah, I said after this first one, which is just to capture their subconscious mind, something that they will see, and they will pretend that they didn't see. But at the same time, they will remember they saw it, and they will remember the message, the wording, and everything. After that, I can sit down here on my desk, and I can get, I can ask their mobile companies to give me maybe 5 million phone numbers of Yorubas and everybody living in Yoruba land. And I can be waking them up every morning, telling them about Yoruba Nation, telling them why they should join Yoruba Nation every morning, 5 million people. So we are still going to get there, like you said. We will infiltrate everywhere we should infiltrate. We put the message before their faces and we want them to see it everywhere they turn until they begin to talk about it and take it serious. Right?
Because it's going to boomerang very soon.
It's going to change a lot.
Very, very soon. And when the masses know that there is no tomorrow, it's not about the election. It's like this is the battle of that is the problem. Let's expose these people. Let's expose the rot in the system. Thank God for this our sister princess. In fact, everybody
helicopter kẹgbẹ báàgì flyer Yorùbá Nation now kẹbẹ sí ní dalẹ látọjú òfurufú kẹfọ kọjá gbogbo city.
Baba, you don't get it. You don't get it. You get the scope.
I go do am o. Wait for it o.
I know what you go fix. I know you will be
gradual until it become a thing. As they talk about election, they go to talk about Yoruba Nation. And people will say, "Oh, but me, I prefer Yoruba Nation. No, I love their program. I love their ideology. I love their messages. I love everything about them. Why didn't they start all these years?" We say, "Sorry, it is better late than never."
Baba, I trust more. I beg. And again, let me appeal to everybody. Don't worry alone. Fundraiser at times say even if it's $1, just like Maiyegun said, $1, $2. If 2,000 people buy $1,
that's
$2,000.
That's right.
So we know we have commitment, but this is our own gun. This is our own gun to shoot the enemy of our life and our destiny. What if the generator meta yawo? What if 3 generations to come and in depth to
one gbèsè Nigeria èyí tó yá lọ́wọ́ China àwọn kan wá bẹ̀tẹ̀ pé máa san wọ 2071.
Baba, another thing why I want
50 years loan.
Another thing why I want say Baba. Ṣé o lè tó wá kó gbogbo wá sí gbogbo wàhálà tó máa escape ni.
Wọn ò ní escape náà. Yẹn ló jẹ́ pé gbogbo means is as we are now. Every solution, all solution are solution. Sure you get. There are those who believe that you get to escape. Now revolution will go, they pick them one by one, they hold them. Some of them will escape, but what they have stolen will not be able to be taken away. So a lot is going on, but more will know they count our cheek before we hatch the egg as well. So you get that kind of thing, when we get to that bridge. Àwọn ọmọ wọn máa deny wọn láti gbogbo kí ni bá bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọ wọn máa deny wọn. Àwọn ọ̀ràn bàbá wọn ṣe.
Imagine NNPC. Nǹkan tó ń jí ní NNPC yẹn. Ilé ìtumọ̀ ìdáná ọjọ́ níyà. Àwọn Yorùbá ò níyà mọ́ kò sọ́ba mọ́ kò sí ìjòyè kò wọ́n ti ta ogbó Yorùbá o. Ọdún ọba àtàwọn tí wọ́n ti gbà bọ̀dẹ̀ wọ́n ti ta bad side wọn. Imagine. Maiyegun, when ayé ìgbà ta kéré, so when they talk about Oba, èrò máa bà yín pé Oba kẹ̀, Oba. Bẹ̀tẹ̀ ṣe Ọba tí lọ́jọ́ disco party. Ọba tí ń jó disco party, Ọba tí ń jó swagger. Ọba tí ń jó
you are talking about disco party. Ọba tí ń dúró ní reception ní ọ́fíìsì honourable tó lọ́ba fẹ́ gba impress. Kábíyèsí Adé lórí, ó wà ní reception. Gbogbo àjọ tó next. Say, did you not tell Honorable say Kábíyèsí is here? Kábíyèsí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má bínú. We are taking it one after the other. Ó máa tó kàn yín sir, ṣé gbọ́. Ẹ má bínú sir. Kábíyèsí Aládé. Nǹkan ti bàjẹ́ my brother. People just live in denial or they live in the old glory. You know those old glory. Are you talking to Kábíyèsí like that? Kábíyèsí máa ló bá sọ̀rọ̀. Story.
Àwọn bá wọn ti di politician, wọ́n ti di airline boys.
But the political ọba, wọ́n ti sọ wá lórúkọ ńlẹ̀ Yorùbá, but àwa yìí náà la máa try láti change here o. And that's what we are doing. That's what we are doing now.
Ẹ̀rù ń bà mí gan-an, ẹ̀rù ń bà mí ìgbà tí mo ro gbogbo nǹkan tó wọ́n fi ti ṣe sílẹ̀, ẹ̀rù ń bà mí gan-an.
Fáwọn tó nírònú ni o, ẹni bá dẹ̀ nírònú lóòótọ́ ó yẹ kó wà concerned. You are right. Kò sẹ́ni tí torí ẹ̀ bá pé tó bá ro kíní ìdélẹ̀délẹ̀ you will be concerned about our people and our Nigeria.
Because what you are seeing now is on the surface.
I'm telling you.
Gbogbo corruption tá à ń rí, gbogbo corruption Malami àti rest of them, ọmọ àbẹ́sí gbogbo tó ti di, gbogbo tó ti bàjẹ́. Scratch ni o, the main cross. Tábà sí báyìí Èdùmàrè, àwọn èèyàn máa kú lọ lórí heart attack ni. Lórí heart attack ni. They have destroyed generations. They have destroyed generations.
Nigerians are being displayed, Baba.
Let you go.
God bless you, my brother, sir.
Yes,
it's a pleasure. I love the way you enter.
I'm Igbo parent and I'm a Yoruba man also. Maiyegun, you are the one that we have.
We have ourselves, my brother. Stephen, see, we have ourselves. Don't forget that. Because myself, I don't care anybody. But now when I know that I have my brother here, my brother have another brother, we all have ourselves, then I believe I have a lot. So yeah, we have ourselves. We will get there. Trust me, we are getting there. Baba, nice one, eh? Appreciate your time. Right. You have a good evening, okay? Right. Nice one, Steve. So that's my last caller, Stephen Ejiofor. You see why we cannot continue to live with this stereotype that some people want us to live with. We need ourselves. Wherever you're coming from, wherever you are, before you are identified as from this tribe or worship this God or of this class, you are human first. And if you're human, you will always remember that, the empathy that comes for being human, if you have not lost it, not cold-hearted, there's no way that you will feel comfortable with what these guys have done and then pretend that it is not that bad. It is worse. Some of us are not even telling you exactly the way it is, completely. I'm going to be bringing some pictures and bringing some reports and all of that on the damages these Fulani terrorists and their co-criminals, Nigerian military, Nigerian police, they have done in Yoruba land. You need to know. This is no longer about talking about them. We need to show them to the people. It's not about hearing. Show it to them. So we're going to do that. And talking about the publicity we are going to do, embark upon Maiyegun's diary Politico and the friends of Maiyegun, as well as the Yorubas in diaspora, as well as the friends of Yorubas, lovers of justice and liberation, I would say. So we will go further from this week and you will see it. Okay, so thank you so much to every one of you who have actually chipped in and make your contribution on the call or conversation tonight. If you are just joining us, take your time to watch the broadcast or the video from the beginning. Again, you won't regret doing so because you've actually not missed much, right? Rewind it and watch from the beginning. The replay for this broadcast is going to be played tomorrow, as usual, before our new broadcast as well. So until then, thank you for your time tonight. Thank you for the time you spent with me. The contribution, starting with the comments, the like, the share, at the same time, the super chat, the super sticker, and every other thing that everyone has made or contributed to make this tonight a memorable one. Most importantly, the callers, those who called in to have their own extra contribution or points to what I have already shared tonight. I'm going to say thank you to every one of you, and I'm going to see you again tomorrow. Remember, being a Maiyegun's friend, start from being a subscriber on Maiyegun's channel,
a regular offering dropper, which is liking the broadcast. These are the primary quality, the starter kits of being known as a Maiyegun's Diary supporter. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay safe and good night from here.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Wọ́n bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù. Kíkó nìna kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì o. Ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n ní ràn.